Okay, hi everyone. My name is Leonard Silver, and today I want to talk to you about my internship with Sponsor United that I had this past spring. It's still going on. We're in the last week of the internship, and I'm gonna stay for another term. So I'm not quite done yet with Sponsor United. But yeah, so far it's been really exciting, and I can't wait for the summer term. So, the overview of the organization. Sponsor United was founded by Bob Lynch in 2017 in Stamford, Connecticut. He's still the CEO of the company. He's still very involved in the daily communication, which I think is really impressive. So, Sponsor United is used to find, tracks, measures, reports, and facilitates the sale of all sports and entertainment partnership deals. So, it's not only like just the sports industry, also entertainment. For example, a couple of weeks ago when the Coachella festival was, we also had like a report for that. Yeah, ultimately it connects brands, properties by providing a single streamlined software platform to partner intelligently at speed and scale. It has a comprehensive database and on-demand research team, keeps sponsorship sellers and buyers up to date with the latest news, real-time metrics, insights, estimated spending, contact information, and brand intelligence. Sponsor United enables properties, brands, and advertisers to reach their partnership sales and marketing goals. And so far, it has 1 million sponsorships across 12,000 properties globally. So what they do is pretty much they advise or they analyze the data of all sponsorships in the sports and entertainment industry, and then they work together with teams, with organizations, but even with like single players to then give them advice, which sponsorship would suit them, would benefit them. But yeah, also just to see where they stand, or yeah, which sponsorship they can use. My role and duties. I was a scout for Sponsor United, so my duties were to collect sponsorship data on commercial platforms or commercial partnerships, activation campaigns, endorsement deals within sports and entertainment through holistic sponsorship scouting, including digital and social media, venues, broadcast, which includes TV and radio and print media. I contributed to the data collection and input of sponsorship data used by 95% of professional sports teams, agencies, media companies, colleges, and vendors, as well as 110,000 brand profiles. I was responsible for creating sponsorship reports to help properties, brands, and agencies prospect and make informed decisions in the sponsorship space. I also conducted in-depth research on digital sponsorships through official, professional, and non-pro team websites, as well as social media. It's really like every week you get like a task to either, for example, a pretty simple one. The foundations like Scout Radio, so you listen to a radio podcast. Every time there's a commercial break, you analyze and put the sponsorship in the database. But then, for example, last week I had to watch like an MLS game, so I had to record all the commercials during halftime, before the game, after the game, but also what's in the venue, inside the venue. The like side wall sponsorships, for example, are really important. But also for like the upper level, um, as well as like what's shown on the screen. If there was like an injury report or like sponsored by some health service, for example. So stuff like this. There you can also go to like in-person events, like if the Cardinals play, and then you go to the Cardinals and just take pictures of all the sponsorships there. So that's another option, or to really go on like the team's websites or social media and look for sponsorships or partnerships there to scout and analyze it. My established goals for the internship. So usually if I set up goals, I use like the SMART strategy. So the goals got to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So they can't be too big. They have to be achievable and realistic. And it's got to be a specific time frame. They got to be specific, not too broad, and they got to be measurable. So these are really important steps for me to measure my goals. And my goals for the internships were to gain knowledge in scouting, sponsorship industry, and databases. So really just all the technical stuff, which was specific for the internship. But also to make valuable connections with people all around the world. Sponsor United is a global company. They're huge in the US, but they also have markets in Europe, in South America, in Asia. It's really big. So yeah, to make connections with all these people, to reach out to them. But achieved this goal. I'll come back later to that. Working on professionalism and corporate language. My first internship was with a Fallon Hoods, so minor league baseball club. So it's like a small organization. Now Swansea United was a huge organization. So of course you have to adapt your communication style, to adapt to the corporate language, be maybe a little bit more professional. So yeah, that was a goal. And to make the next step into the professional industry, like I said, I came from my first internship, the minor league baseball club, to like a big company. So it's definitely a step into the professional industry. So did I achieve my goals? In terms of like specifically for like the job, so all the technical skills, definitely I gained a lot of new knowledge and experience of all the listed points. I really know how to scout and analyze sponsor and partnerships. My supervisor was super happy with me. Didn't have to complain. Of course, the training helped a lot. So the first 2 or 3 weeks of the internship, you have to go through like a training where you have to go through a lot of modules. You even have to take an exam at the end of the training. So Spontaneity United makes sure you're really well prepared for the internship term. Yeah, like I said, it's a big company, so I made a lot of new connections, but I could have done more. So it's like the only goal I'm not completely happy with. Of course, I made a lot of connections in like the St. Louis area. We even had like a team event where I actually saw all these people in person, because usually the internships completely remotely, which can be nice. So it has its advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, so I could have done more. But like I said, I'm going to stay for another term. So I hope to really achieve this goal over the summer. In terms of like the corporate language, they had a really modest approach. That what I mean. Yeah, it was a huge company, but it was not too formal. Of course, definitely more formal than for like a minor league baseball club. But I still learned how to communicate with different people from the whole company from all over the world. So that was really good. And like I said, I'm convinced I definitely made the next step into the professional industry. So I'm really happy about that as well. What did I learn? Um, Technical knowledge, like I said, I learned how to scout sponsorships, the best way to edit and analyze them in the database, different perspectives of sponsorships in the sports and entertainment industry, because there are different types of sponsorships. You kind of have to approach them differently, but I'll come back to that later. I got a better understanding of the industry and its dynamics, the communication within the company, and how to differently approach people. Like I said, of course, with a supervisor, you're probably a little bit closer than with like the CEO of the company, for example, or just like your market team. So you have to adapt to that as well. And what I learned as well is to ask more questions and make as many connections as possible. So questions, I'll come back to this later as well. It's not in the past I've seen it as like, oh, maybe you have a lack of knowledge, maybe you're not smart enough or something, but it's really shows that you're like um, dealing with this stuff, that you're interested in finding out more, and that you already did some research, that you ask a smart question. So it's really valuable as well as connections. What are some of my biggest takeaways from the internship? That the sponsorship in sports and entertainment industry is huge and still so much potential. So of course it's already big in the US, especially in like the big like 4 or 5 leagues. Probably bigger than in Europe, even if I look at like the numbers and like the deals here. But there's still so much potential. And then that brings me to my second point. It's like the new sports or events like esports, for example, cryptocurrency provide new opportunities that yet have to be discovered. Cryptocurrency, for example, if we have our like monthly report of the 10 or 20 biggest or like most searched sponsors, usually there are like 2 or 3 cryptocurrencies in there, because it's just getting huge. I mean, I think the LA Lakers just named the stadium after a cryptocurrency. So yeah, esports is on the rise as well. So all these things change up the sponsorship industry a little bit, and of course, we as like Sponsor United have to adapt to it, and gives us a lot of opportunities that we then have to take to really unfold our whole potential. Yeah, another big takeaway was to connecting with people is more than just a LinkedIn message. So just because you're connected with a person on LinkedIn, or you follow them doesn't mean you're really connected with them and you have a relationship to them, because most people have like thousands of like connections or hundreds. So really to message them regularly, to stay up to date with them, that's really connecting and really care about them and not just like look at the numbers, how many followers or connections you have. And like we know, like connections are like really important in the sports industry. And you never know who could be your future boss or employee. So always present yourself at the very best, even if it's like a tiny job or something like a volunteer work or something. Always, yeah, try your best, work your hardest, because you never know what's going to happen in life. Maybe some person is going to be a future boss or know someone where you want a job at. So yeah, always try your best. What growth have I personally had in my sports management career? I know more now than what I want to do and what I don't want to do, and especially just like signing up for these sports management courses, which probably pretty much started like a year ago, 1.5 years ago, helped me a lot because I learned a lot more from these classes than from like business classes, and um, yeah, so I know more what I want to do. I know that I want to work in a sponsor or in a sports industry, because that's what I love to do. I love to deal with sports, even like off the field. So yeah, I'm much more professional and self-reflected. So it kind of goes back to the same thing. I really know what I want to do. I know for myself what's really important for me, and like in terms of like jobs, but also like in life, um, compared to like 2 or 3 years ago. I learned a lot from my past mistakes. Quick example, for instance, would be a couple of weeks ago. I had an email coming in about like a job offer that I was really excited about, and this job I would have loved to do this, but I just took too much time to really write my resume, to get like recommendation letters, and to answer the email and to come back to them. And by the time I answered the email and sent all my documents in, they already chose a different person. So that's, for example, a mistake I learned from, hopefully, but that I made, to really answer emails frequently, calls as well, to really stay up to date with it. So yeah, but you're gonna make mistakes. It's just like important to learn from them. Then also have better time management skills, more efficient work rates and communication skills. So with that, I mean that I like this past semester was super busy at my classwork. I had still soccer, so practice, games, my internship, and I had like two jobs. So to really manage my time was crucial for me, and it seems like I managed to do this. I'm pretty successful in all of these things. So yeah, that's why also my work rate got better. So I get stuff done faster, pretty much, and have almost like more free time because I have better time management skills. What do I tell my younger self? Super interesting question. First of all, get out of your comfort zone and make as many experiences as possible. So when I was younger, I used to be like a kid who was always like in his comfort zone. I loved it in there. I still kind of like it, but of course, the first big step out of my comfort zone was coming to the US, leaving my um, yeah, my environment, my parents, my family, my friends there. So to really get out of my comfort zone from Germany, coming here was a huge step. But of course, now I'm settled in St. Louis at Amstel, so I'm kind of back in my comfort zone. So to really challenge yourself every day and every year to get out of your comfort zone is something really important, because it's gonna like help you grow as a person. Yeah, like I said, to respond to emails and calls right away. That's really important. That mistakes are gonna happen. So then in the past, it's just like a learning experience. So also to not worry too much about mistakes you've done in the past. For example, like my mistake with like the missed email that is answered too late. You're not gonna be able to change it anyway. So just try to make the best out of it. Next time, just do it better or like answer quicker or whatever. But yeah, just learn from it. Take a minute to figure out what you really want to do. So with that, I mean like put your phone away, everything away, just by yourself. Really ask yourself what you really want to do in life. If it's even your goals. If you want to make a lot of money, I mean, that's a goal for you. If it's more about like happiness, then ask yourself what makes you happy, what do you want to do your whole life, because now it's like the time to make these choices, because you're gonna work a lot of years in your life. So yeah, to figure out really what you want to do and then work towards this goal. And that happiness is everything in life. I'll come back to that later. But yeah, don't get stuck with like homework. Still enjoy your life outside of schoolwork or like athletics. So yeah. Advice for incoming students: actively engage with your classmates, do some research and ask smart questions. So really like these discussion forums, these weekly ones, take them serious. They're gonna improve your communication skills. Um, yeah, even if you maybe don't like the topic or whatever, you don't have a good answer, even then it's going to improve your communication skills, and you're going to learn from these topics a lot more than you think. Like I said, smart questions, it's always a good way of getting some knowledge, of like showing that you're interested in that you did your research. So yeah, like I said, improve your communication skills. Don't be scared to seek for help. I listen to Dr. Belaska because I think she's a great resource. There are other great resources on campus as well, like your advisors or other teachers or coaches. They're here to help you. They're really like pretty much getting paid to help you as a student or as a student athlete. So take advantage of that and ask them for help, because they're all here to help you and they're all willing to help you. So don't be scared of that. Communicate with advisors, coaches, teachers frequently. Still enjoy your college life and don't spend your whole time on homework. So your work-life balance, what I talked about. I think Dr. Baleska said it once. Just because you have all A's in your classes doesn't mean you're gonna get the best job, because it almost kind of shows that you did really like nothing outside of school. So if you have both, that would be great. But like A's or like classes are not everything. Like most of the stuff I learned, or a lot of the stuff I learned it like outside of my classes or even outside of school. So yeah, get out there, get out of your comfort zone and make some valuable experiences in life. Advice for current sports management students: like I said, get out of your comfort zone and do as many internships or volunteer work as possible. Because even if you don't like them, let's say my first internship, now I know I don't want to work in minor league baseball, um, but I had to find it out because I did it. So it's a great way of just cutting off things, because you never know until you try. So even if you don't like it, at least you know what you don't want to do, which sometimes can be more beneficial or can help you more than like an internship that's just like average or that you like. Attend the guest speaker events to ask questions, find out more about jobs, connect with people. It's really a great way to connect with people. We still at Sponsor United, we have a weekly one as well. So kind of similar to the one we have at on the sports management classes. Like I said, do some research, just find out 2 or 3 questions that really interest you, that are connected to the guest speakers, and then yeah, showing some genuine interest, find more out about their jobs, about their journeys, career path, whatsoever. Go to sports events, Super Bowl, Final Four, NFL draft, all these things are a great experience. You can connect with people, and it's a once in a lifetime event or once in a lifetime chance, because you're never gonna, probably if you're like stuck in your job, except it's connected to this event, you're not going to be able to go out there and go to these events, especially with all the funding that comes from the program. It's pretty cheap, and it's something probably what you can tell your grandkids, going to the Super Bowl, going to the Final Four. So it's something really amazing. So go out there and go to these events. Yeah, do a lot of internships and narrow down the sports segment you want to work in. Like I said, figure out what you really want to do, and then internships and volunteer work are going to help you to really figure it out. Advice about the sports management program and courses: yeah, take as many sports management courses as you can. In my opinion, they're much better and interesting than many of the general business courses. I think in the last 1.5 years, I learned much more about myself, about the sports industry, of course, but also about the general like business industry than in the like 3 years before, where I just took like general business classes. The program has a lot of potential, so try to become a leader and help making this program the best in the country to really develop it because it has a great foundation, it has a lot of potential. So why not put it up on the next level, become a leader, yeah, and just develop the program, get out there, show where you come from, and work your hardest. Take the discussion forums and assignments serious because you're going to learn a lot from these. Although maybe sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but like I said, even if it's just your communication skills, but then also just talking about it, listening to your classmates, listening to different opinions, even if you disagree, it's all very beneficial for you. So my conclusion is to get out of your comfort zone and make as many experiences as possible. Like I said, it's really about like challenging yourself every day, because if you stay in your comfort zone, like honestly, life is too short to just like stay home all day and work on your classes, get all A's, but then just I don't know, just lay on the couch the whole day or whatever. It's better to just get your assignments done, hopefully get an A, and then get out there, enjoy your life, and yeah, make as many experiences as possible. Internships and volunteer work are valuable, even if you don't like it. Like I said, even if you don't like an internship, I wasn't the biggest fan of my first internship. Like I liked the organization of the people there, I loved them, but I knew that I don't want to work in minor league baseball. That's fine. It's completely fine. Now I can, now I know that I don't want to do this. So it really helps even if you don't like it. Take work in the courses serious. Like I said, the discussion posts and forums. Work on your time management skills. Get a planner, schedule your day. So it's going to help your work-life balance as well. There are different strategies. For me, it just helped to always have a planner, physical planner, and to really like Monday morning, go through all your classes, write down all the assignments, schedule your week. So you have, for example, I had more free time after I did this, after I started doing this, because I just worked off my list of assignments and then I was able to just go out there and enjoy life. So it's really gonna improve your time management skills, your organizational skills. So yeah, use the resource on campus. Like I said, Dr. Baleska is a great resource. She's always willing to help, but also your advisors, teachers, coaches, all these people, they're here to help you. Also, of course, use the resources off campus. In terms of Sponsor United, it's a great remote internship that will develop your skills in many different areas. So, of course, what's specific for Sponsor United, the technical skills, I would say, but then also, like I said, it's a remote internship, so it's going to improve your time management and organization skills because you have to organize yourself. So if you have any questions in regards of Sponsor United, please reach out to me. I can definitely answer your questions and help you with that. And I'm looking forward to that. You're young, you can make mistakes, just learn from them. So what I mean with that, you're still at the beginning of your 20s, maybe not even, you're allowed to make mistakes. It's not a big deal. Like nobody expects you to be perfect being in college. So if you make a mistake, it's fine. Just learn from it and move on. And yeah, just make it or do it better next time. It's really not a big deal. Like all of us make mistakes like every day. It's fine. And last point, like I said, really important in my opinion, enjoy life and then get stuck with your homework all day. Life's too short to just like do your homework and then like college is over. You know, like you still gotta enjoy your life, find a good work-life balance, find stuff that yeah, really also distracts you from schoolwork. Yeah, don't miss all the due dates and miss out on assignments, but yeah, enjoy your life. So yeah, some resources. So thank you for your attention. If you have any questions in regards of Sponsor United or just in general, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And yeah, that's it.